Hey, what's going on? Travis Patel here. Thank you so much for joining me in this Like a Boss Facebook training series video. In this one, I want to talk about staying compliant with Facebook when you're doing your posting and doing your advertising. This is something that's going to come into play with many advertisers out there. Obviously, Facebook has rules that you need to follow, and they have pretty strict rules as far as what you can advertise, the message you have, how you can display your messages, and different things like that. Now, once you start paying for ad traffic and doing the PPC and all that, you're probably going to have a few bumps pop up in the road. And one of those bumps is going to be that your ad account is going to be shut down. This happens to a lot of advertisers out there. When you start advertising on Facebook, all of a sudden when you try and log in, you'll get an error screen saying that there was, suspicious activity. Maybe your payments are suspicious, or maybe your ads are suspicious, or whatever it may be. Most advertisers I come across, or a large portion, are going to go through this kind of ad account shutdown, and most business owners are going to freak out when it happens. But you have to realize that Facebook has a lot of people trying to advertise with it, and they have very few people on their compliancy team to be able to monitor what's going on. So they have systems in place across all of Facebook, not even just on the compliancy side, but with everything. With the way they show your ads, the ways they show your posts, and all that stuff also have algorithms behind them. So when you're doing an ad and something happens that's on the negative side of that algorithm, kind of to be safe, more safe than sorry, Facebook has the automatic shutdown go down, and it can cause a little bit of havoc. It will throw a wrench in your system for a few days to a few weeks, but really all they're doing in the majority of cases I've seen is pretty much putting you through a security check. They don't know if you're a scammer, they don't know if you're fraudulent, or if you're a terrorist or whatever. They don't know if you're stealing or if you're actually a legitimate business, and they don't have that staff to be able to go through every new advertising account, every new person that's advertising right away, to be able to, legitimately do that without this automatic algorithm. So a lot of things can come into play to cause your ad account to shut down, but I just want to kind of go through this video and tell you it's not something to really worry about and fret about. Most of us gone through it. I went through it for many times with my accounts. I've had an account shut down for 2 years, and it finally was activated again just 6 months ago after I asked. And I had no idea why it was shut down in the first place. Many times they'll just send you a templated email response when you're asking questions or letting them know what happened. You'll always get the same email response, and it can be very frustrating. These days have a lot better systems in place where you actually have a chat support. You have a little support system that you can email them, fill out the forms that they give you and all that. But before, it used to be very hectic where you just had to wait weeks before you could get their reply. So the first thing I mentioned is don't fret, don't worry. It's probably just a security check. A few things that can cause your account to go down and be banned at that first round, go through that security check, would be, if you're spending a lot of money from a brand new account. If you're just someone new on Facebook, you started a brand new Facebook personal profile even, that will cause a little bit of a red flag for them if you just start spending money right away, thousands of dollars, because they don't want to put themselves at risk. So they might shut you down, look for more information from you, have you answer some questions, and kind of move on from there. Now, we also have payment systems. If you are changing your payment platform, if you're using one credit card and you change to another credit card, this can cause a red flag to pop up and might cause your account to go down. This is nothing to worry about. Just want to let them know that you change payment systems, and there's nothing going on there where someone else is stealing the ads from you or whatnot. And then obviously the ads itself. If you're doing ads that are illegal to the system, then you're going to have trouble. And when you do that, if you're doing things that are against their terms of service and their advertising policies, that's going to be your hardest scenario to overcome. It might not just be a security check, and they don't really like to give just warnings. If you break the rules and you don't have a relationship with them, which is very hard to build, then you are probably not going to have a second chance, at least for a while. This is probably what happened with my first account. With just on my personal Travis Patel account, I was advertising and I was doing fitness and weight loss stuff. And I know a few of the ad pictures were displaying a body image that wasn't kind of your average. It was giving unexpected, or it was giving, what's the word? It was giving unrealistic expectations, I guess you could say. And that's one of the rules they have here. So something that's very important when you're doing Facebook advertising is to always be on top of the terms of service. Know what the policies are. They're constantly changing them. So you really need to be on top of what is allowed and what is not. And if you just follow a real business strategy to Facebook advertising, you're not going to have a problem. So if you just head to the Facebook advertising policies, you can go through and see kind of some of their main rules they have going on. They have, common thing is 20% text on an image. They don't like to have over 20% text on an image. They've been changing up these rules a little bit, where before they wouldn't allow it at all. Now I've seen some things where they might be allowing it, but any images that have over 20% text on the image are going to get less reach or have a little bit harder time having a few penalties as they do that. Now, I'm not sure the specifics of which way they're going with that, but in the past, you weren't allowed to do 20% text on an image. Now, if it's a t-shirt that has, writing all over it and it's a product, that does not count as 20% text. But still, in that case, you might have some ads being disapproved for the 20% text rule, because once again, it's just an algorithm. They just have a system that's looking. It's not a human person looking at your ad and telling, oh, that's a t-shirt, don't disapprove that ad. It's just an algorithm that goes through, and it has its little scanner, and sometimes that won't pass through. So ad or text size on your image is a big thing to go in. Mentioning Facebook itself in your ads, it has a lot of do's and don'ts. It's hilarious. You can't have Facebook lowercase in your ads. You have to have F as capitalized. You can't manipulate the logo or anything like that. Now, any material that's age restricted, alcohol, cigarettes, those type of things. If you're doing alcohol shirts, for example, then you can't promote to anyone under 21. You'd have to be in the legal age limit of whichever country or region you're promoting with that substance. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And you just want to go through all the little rules here. You can see they give you examples of this is, overtly sexual images that you shouldn't be doing, some scary stuff they don't want you doing. You can't point out someone's personal type of flaws or qualities. So this is a big thing that happened with the age and the name campaigns that were very successful in 2015, 2014 with t-shirts, is we could create a t-shirt that said, it's a Travis thing, you won't understand. And I could market to everyone named Travis, and this is directly pointing out that one factor of that person, which is his name is Travis. You can't do that. That's illegal. And pretty much with any attribute of a person, you can't do that. And you have some examples here where a legal ad would be meet black men today, but an illegal one would be find other black singles. So it's pretty much pointing out that individual status, and what Facebook kind of looks at that type of advertising is you're saying one group of people is better than another, and they don't like that. Even if it comes down to someone named Travis is better than someone named Stephanie, they don't like that. Or someone age 48 is better than someone age 46. That's how they look at those advertisements and those t-shirts and things like that. So that's something to keep in mind as well that you want to avoid. Pretty much they want you to be clear with the audience. They want you to provide quality and, give the viewer what it is you're saying you're giving them through the ad. This is a good example of they don't want an image that has a fake play button on it. If you just have an image that has the play button, like if they click it, it would be a YouTube video that starts playing. That's really manipulating what's going on with the user, and that's what Facebook's trying to avoid. Here's a before and after example, like I was doing the fitness niche before. This is pretty much exactly how I had my ad with the before and after, and that's when the Travis Patel account got shut down. And I tried for months to get that back up, and it did not work. They said there was no way it was going to happen. And then just 6 months ago, which was about 2-3 years after it actually got shut down, I asked again after they've updated their system, and they opened it back up. So it's not like you're out forever if you do get banned. But definitely go through the terms of service, look at all this, pay special attention to all the different things that are going on. You're going to get a lot of insights as what's allowed and what is not allowed. Once again, if you do get shut down and you have the red box that pops up says there's fraudulent activity or suspicious activity, go through the process. They'll have a form for you to fill out. Answer all their questions clearly. A good practice that I've always had success with in the past, and probably played more effect before they had the chat system in place, but I would record a short video, upload on YouTube, and then I'd send them the link in the form to that video so that it wasn't just me explaining what's going on in the text description, but I'd actually have a video of me walking through what the scenario was that I assume got me banned or whatnot. And that helped quite a bit because they could actually see what's going on, what you were meaning to do, and what happened. In most cases with people getting banned, like I said, it's not that you actually did anything really illegal. It's just that algorithm kind of set off the chain effect. So that is pretty much the outlines of avoiding that ban hammer. If it does happen, like I said, don't fret. Go through their system. Be polite. And, that was another thing that I did early off is the first compliancy agent I talked to years ago when my account got banned. After I kind of explained my situation and I didn't understand why I hadn't or why I got shut down, and they just sent a template email response. My next response after that was not nice in any way. So that pretty much guaranteed my banning for the next 3 years there. And like I said, I still got my account back just 6 months ago. But I'd say it's probably after Carlos is not working at Facebook anymore, and that's the guy I cursed out in my email. So, be polite, follow the rules, know the terms of service, and don't try and game the system. It's that simple. Create a quality business, give your viewers and the audience you're trying to reach exactly what they want, and you'll be good to go. So guys, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. I know this can be stressful if your account is down right now, but be patient. Keep, reaching out to them. Use the chat system they've got. I think you can go into the upper arrow here, and if you just go into the support inbox or help, I believe you can find. If you have a business manager, that's even better because they'll have a chat, I think like an actual support chat system in there. You can contact them. So once again, guys, ban hammer, don't worry about it. You can make it past it. If all hell breaks loose and you can't get your account back, you could do like what I did, and I ran my ads through my sister's account, which still is one of the accounts we use for many of our e-com stores. And just, you want to have, don't go about having fake profiles and fake people and fake accounts, because that's just going to be kind of a black hat system that's going to be rinse and repeat, and you want to avoid that at all times. But if you can't get your account back and you still want to do Facebook ads or whatnot, find a family member or friend who will let you kind of borrow their account as you can kind of get some things going, make that relationship with Facebook, and be able to ask for your original account back. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this. My name is Travis Patel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up. Take it easy.